ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Hari Om. We saw in the last class we have completed the verse Amanitvam, Adambitvam, say Ahimsa, Kshantirajyavam, Acharyopasanam, Shaucham, Stairyam, Atma Vinigraha. 9 values we saw. Jnanam. Bhagavan is teaching us Jnanam, knowledge, that by which we reach that known, that which ought to be known. Now, in the ninth verse, number may be changing, I told you. First verse is Madhusudan Saraswati added. So including that sloka, this is ninth sloka. Without that, in some books you find it only as eighth verse because first verse is not kept in certain books. But in mostly commentators have added the first verse, except in Gorakhpur Gita Press, you don't find the first sloka book if you're chanting that Gita slokas book. Okay. इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम् इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि Dukkha-dosha-anudarshanam. These are very 3 values we have. 9 values are taught in the verse number 8. Now, ninth verse speaks about 3 values. Total 20 values are there, 20 sadhanas, means of gaining that supreme knowledge. Indriyardheshu vairagyam. First one. Anahankara evacha. Second one. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam, third value. So first one is indriyartheshu vairagyam. Indriya means sense organs, as you all know. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. Indriyartheshu, artheshu, sense objects. So indriyartheshu means towards sense objects. Vairagyam means dispassion or indifference, the best one. Vairagyam is totally we cannot give up the sense objects. We are living in the midst of sense objects. We need them for our livelihood, living life. We are dealing with sense objects. So indifference, vairagya bhava, indifference to the objects of the senses, indriyartheshu. Now, first point is, right from birth to death, we are living. We have been, we are, and as long as we are living, we continue to live in the midst of sense objects. Okay, that we cannot avoid. So, no, I don't want sense objects. So how can, that means what? I must close my eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin, completely switch off. Not possible to live. So there is no problem as such if we know how to live life with the sense objects dancing around us and sense organs constantly bringing those respective sense objects. They go, they experience, and bring those cognitions to the mind. And this goes on continuously, non-stop, when we are living in the waking world as well as in dream. So I cannot stop. I open my eyes now, I'm seeing so many objects around me. Ears are open, I listen to sounds. So I cannot shut down all the sense organs. It's just not possible. But what Bhagavan Krishna meant here is there should not be any preoccupation with them. There should not be any preoccupation with the sense objects. How to do it? Of course, every object we use. When we give value to every sense object more than what it deserves, then we are caught up. Whatever value is to be given to sense object, we give it. We respect the sense object because we need sense objects to live our life. But at the same time, I should not allow the sense objects to rule over me, to disturb my mind and to disturb all my vyavahara. Sense objects taking me with them or keeping my mind attached to, got stick to the sense objects, then mind always constantly entertains the sense objects. On the forefront, many of them, and the background, millions of them. Whatever object I have seen, experienced earlier. So the mind is full of all these objects, full of data. Right. So Vairagya means what? I use them, I give respect, but I don't give more value. I am not constantly and continuously, non-stop, engaged with the sense objects, preoccupied with the sense objects, thinking about them, mind ruminates over them. This is not allowed. So indifference is required. That means what? We live our life on daily wages. As a daily wage labor lives, we must live our life using the sense objects for that day, for that moment. But I should not allow the impressions, the sense objects, to such an extent that they start disturbing me in the very absence of the sense object or when I don't need them. All the sense objects are not needed all the time. So when I don't need them, the sense object should not disturb, oscillate the mind. So Vairagyam is a vritti. Vairagyam is, dispassion is a mental modification. Vritti, Vairagya Bhava, is a vritti modification. Mind's modification, mental modification, opposed to hankering of the sense objects. We should not hanging on to these sense objects. So I must deal with each object, I use them, but I don't carry the memory of them to such an extent that it disturbs me when I am not required to entertain or engage with a particular sense object. But our mind, what it does, when I see an object A, object B is remembered also. When I see B, mind entertains the thought of C and makes me run after the object C. Think. In this way, I'm constantly preoccupied in my mind with many, many objects, thousands and millions of objects are there entertained. And memory keeps on springing up. And whenever the objects are remembered in unwanted time, in unwanted situations, when it is not required, All those objects, memories of the objects, their utility, their either they will love your love for them, or in certain cases you don't like an object, but that object is remembered. Either way, turmoil is created in the mind. Sometimes like boiling, mind boils constantly with the various thoughts. So this art of living is necessary for a seeker. That means what? I use the object. There's a need of every object. Certain objects are required for certain people. All the objects in the world are useful not to same person but to different people in different times and circumstances. So the desire, this is characterized by a lack of desire to possess, to enjoy the worldly objects. So this kind of high discrimination, therefore Viveka and Vairagya. So Vairagya born out of Viveka, and Viveka is also in turn strengthened by Vairagya, thus complementing each other. A seeker achieves a high degree of inner stability. Therefore, Krishna very clearly said, Indriyartheshu Vairagya. Because no object is permanent. No object can give me happiness constantly. So, a dispassion and an indifference, non-attachment to the objects. Non-attachment means what? I respect every object to the extent it is to be respected, but I'm not attached beyond it. This kind of viveka has to be practiced. So, constantly check is required. Constant check. Is it required now to be remembered to remember that object? Is it necessary now? So, Vairagya light is on. The high beam of or high intensified beam of the light of the buddhi, viveka, discrimination, when it is always on in me, that discrimination is strengthened on account of satsanga and the study of scriptures. The buddhi is always kept in an awakened condition in the high beam of that light of discrimination. Mind is shown the consequences of its attachment to the sense objects. So when high discrimination is on, automatically the mind is brought under the discipline of the mind, buddhi, sorry, under the discipline of the buddhi, and thereby the sense objects, attachment to sense objects are renounced. Think how silly it would be if a child is grown but not giving up his attachment or her attachment towards the objects, the playful objects, the toys. Think. So therefore, indriyartheshu vairagyam. Through buddhi, I must practice this. Indriyartheshu vairagyam. So this is the 10th value. 10th value is indriyartheshu vairagyam. 11th one, anahankara evacha. Ahankaram. Ahankar, ahankarta, kartrutva bhav. So, anahankara means abandonment of ego. Abandonment of ego. It leads to total absence of ego. So, one is tyaga. Bhagavan Krishna explains this very clearly in 18th chapter also, in 3rd chapter also explained, 4th chapter also. See, the giving up the fruits of action is called tyaga. When I give up the fruits of action, why should I give up fruits of action? Because the fruit of action is in future. So I should not worry even after the fruit has arrived, according to my own expectations. Even then, Bhagavan Krishna says, don't get attached to the fruit because fruit itself is time bound. The fruit will not be with me forever. Today, the beautiful object I loved. The beauty of the object itself may change, or will change tomorrow. The object becomes, whether it is a living object, living person, living being, or an object, insentient object. In time, they decay. The objects go out of shape. The objects lose their beauty. So attachment to the fruit diminishes in time and disappears. Therefore, it is totally unintelligent for anyone to get attached to the fruit of action itself. Instead of that, Bhagavan Krishna advised that fruit of action, when we surrender to Ishvara, that bhava, and when I surrender the fruit of action to Ishvara, then I will live as the fruit is given to me as Ishvara Prasada, I accept it. Prasada Buddhi, I generate. It is not achieved by my own ego, but it is given to me by the Ishvara. But Swamiji, it is me who has worked for it. It looks, yes, you have worked for it, you have struggled for it, you have earned the fruit. But the very means to struggle, the environment, the perseverance, the idea, all that was presented to me, and ensuring no obstacles en route, all these are all presented to me by the Ishvara himself. Therefore, they are all not created by me. They are all not created by me. They are all given to me by Ishvara Anugraha. Therefore, as a gratitude to Ishvara, I see that the fruits are shared with everybody. In third chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Yajnashistrashinas santaha muchante sarvakilbishai. Agham papaha. They bhunjante agham papaha. Those people who will take fruit and live for themselves, ye pachanti atma karanat. Those who enjoy the fruits all by themselves for themselves, they are only eating the sin without distributing it to society. Social responsibility also Bhagavan talked about in Bhagavad Gita, third chapter. Therefore, anahamkaram is very important. So first I give the fruits of action, then I grow to give up even the katrutva bhava, the sense of ego. Ego is not independent. It cannot do without Ishvara grace. Therefore, the ego itself is, I realize it as a myth. And hence, I give up the ego also. I live life as a prasada, with prasada buddhi. This is very important. It Ishvara anugraham, Ishvara prasadam, Guru prasadam, Guru anugraham. So, ego is born as a great misunderstanding that I am the doer of everything. So, just give me one time, half a minute. I'm just switching off my video and audio just to adjust some connections here. Okay. So, therefore, what we need to understand is this ego is a biggest myth. When I surrender this ego to Lord, then I realize everything is happening to me by the control of that mysterious power called Guru grace, Ishvara's grace. That is the one which is running the entire show. both in the individual life as well as in the collective life of the universe. So Bhagavan Krishna said, Anahankaram evacha. So biggest misunderstanding is that everything is happening because of me. I have done it. It is my work. Me. So even our success also is not the result of only our work. There are many factors are required which are beyond my control. Unless those factors are operational, I will not be in a position to work also. Somebody say, "Oh, I drove very fast. I reached destination." Excellent. But to you road means you drove very fast. It means the road was good, of course. So thank all those people who laid the road. Traffic was less. Oh, very good. Lucky you are. For whatever certain reason, the traffic is less today. Therefore, you could reach on time. Think. And the vehicle has cooperated with you without troubling you en route. Should thank vehicle also. And you are kept alive without any difficulties in drive while driving the car itself. So you could reach on time or before time. So these factors are not in my control. I just say, oh, I drove fast and reached my destination. Similarly, in every place of our work, if I really coolly think, I must thank all those people. So many causes have helped us in realizing our goals, whatever we have achieved in life. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, Anahankaram evacha. Anahankara evacha. Give up that ego. It is Ishvara's grace. And enjoy the show, the beauty. Nimitta. Nimitta matram bhava savyasacham. You become my nimitta, my medium. Empty yourself and enjoy the my grace that flows through you. Enjoy that grace flowing through you. Feel blessed. Become purified further and further. To the extent the ego is reduced, to that extent, I feel His grace functioning through me. Similarly, through all of us. Okay? So, 11th value is anahankar. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. Dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. See, we must have a higher vision, subtle buddhi to see. Bhagavan Krishna is asking us to see there is a dukkham, anudarshanam. Dukkha follows in where? In Janma, birth, mrityu, death, jara, old age, vyadhi, disease. So, birth and death and old age and disease, in all these transformations, there is a dukkham. See it. Bhagavan Krishna says, see that there is dukkham in all these things. I don't have to enumerate the whether it is correct or not. It is all our experiences. By birth, the time of birth, the baby suffers, mother suffers. There is a terrible pain. And in the case of mother and baby also, the fear is attached with it. Baby doesn't know where is being thrown. It's a question of existence. Mother doesn't know what will happen, whether I deliver a baby, healthy baby or not, whether delivery takes place properly or not. So this is a great fear people go through. So there is a dukkham in Janma. Old age, of course, we all have problems in our old age. Physical problems. And we carry unwanted stress, unwanted things of psychological problems. We carry them in the old age, holding on to the wrong concepts and wrong ideas of life, expectations from children and society, so many things, and unable to give up some bad habits, bad thinking, bad habits mentally. At the time we cannot change. अभी इस उम्र में मैं क्या बदलूं, बदलूंगा नहीं, ऐसे मरूंगा, बदल भी नहीं सकता हूं। मैं जिद्द हूं। और उस व्यक्ति के जिद के कारण सभी लोग, घर के परिवार सभी लोग इतना तंग आ चुका है, सबको तंग आ गए। और करते क्या नहीं पता नहीं। They were vexed with this old man's insistence. So this kind of cocooning ourselves with certain fixed notions and thoughts at the mental level, psychological, it is not a fluid state, it is a very solid state, and protruding and giving pain to us, the mental condition, old age. Mrityu, of course, painful. To leave the body is also not easy. Oh, some rare ones only could leave the body. Anayasa maranam. Ayasa, effort. Anayasa, effortlessly leaving the body. But that is also possible not only because of absence of any disease at the physical level. Time has come and then I left the body. But mental condition also determines the pain at the time of death. I must accept the death. I must accept this incarnation of mine had come to an end. I will be leaving all of them. None of them are going to be with me after I leave the body. This year, this life, this drama with these actors and actresses in the form of son and wife or husband, children, etc. That has come to an end. Now I am exiting. Accept it. Which unable to accept it, there is a pain at the time of death. And if bad karma is there, I have to struggle before death. Bound to the bed for many months or years. Everyone is waiting for it. Even the patient doesn't want to live. I want to die. People also wanted him, the person to die, but not death won't come. Dukkham. So Janma, Mrityu, Jara, old age, Vyadhi, disease. So many diseases we have. Even a non-stop running nose also troubles me. Dukkha dosha anudarshanam. Yayati, the story of Yayati, the king was a king. He wanted to enjoy life, all kinds of bhoga, involvement with the women, with wealth, with all kinds of food, and he just want to enjoy. But he became old, his desires are not satiated. So he asked his sons, will you give me your youthfulness in exchange of my old age? I will bless you, I will do this, I will. Ultimately, none of them agreed, but one son, last son agreed. Puru agreed. Okay, sir, father, I will exchange my youthfulness with you. So they swapped. The Yayati's old age was taken by Puru, and Puru's young youthfulness was taken by Yayati. So Yayati enjoyed life for again thousands of years with a new body, with the women, with the wealth, and with all kinds of food and travel. And he just enjoyed bhoga. All five sense organs are always engaged in various types of sukham, enjoyments, sukha bhoga. Now, what happened? Afterwards, that again he became, his desires are not satiated. Desires are growing. His greed, his kind of lust and his greed, and then the craving for all kinds of enjoyments, eating, sleeping, and then, listening, and all five sense organs. The cravings kept on increasing. The more I engage myself in these things, more they strengthen me. The more I become addicted to that. So then afterwards he realized a beautiful statement. He gave a message to all the world. न जातु कामः कामानाम् उपभोगेन शाम्यति हविषा कृष्णवर्त्मेन भूय एवाभिवर्तते वर्धते. No being can ever be fully satisfied Meaning, nobody can completely satiate their desires by going through the enjoyments. Desires will never be satiated by enjoyments. With enjoyments, the desires are never satisfied. The more I enjoy, more desires are strengthened. More I indulge, more the flames of lust and greed and passion, they are rising up. They are becoming, Agni is flaring up like anything. He gives an example. Just as the Agni flares up by adding more and more ghee to it, it will never come down. So it is like expecting the fire to come down by pouring more and more ghee into the fire. It catches more and more fire. So satisfying desires is not the solution to come to an end or to exhaust all desires, to come out of the web or snares of desires. By satisfaction, there is no use. पृथिवी पृथिवी रत्न संपूर्ण हिरण्यम पशव स्त्रियः नालं लोक अनालम एकस्य तत्सर्वम इति मत्वा शमं व्रजेत. He says even when we enjoys the whole earth, पृथिवी रत्न संपूर्ण पृथ्वी हिरण्यम पशवः स्त्रियः, enjoy the earth full of wealth with its wealth, enjoy the earth, whole earth with its wealth, diamonds, gold, and animals and women, or for women, men. Na alam ekasya tat iti matva shamam vrajet. So still his desires will not be satisfied. Therefore, one has to withdraw. One has to make the desires dissolve by high discrimination, by tyaga, by renunciation, not by suppression, by awakening that intelligence, dropping the desires. यदा न कुरुते पापं सर्वभूतेषु कर्हिचित् कर्मणा मनसा वाचा ब्रह्म संपद्यते तदा. It is only when a man does not commit papa karma in thought, word, and deed with respect to any living being and any living creature in the existence, in the universe, then Brahma Sampadjate Tada, then he attains the purity, Brahma Sampadjati, attains Brahman. So otherwise, Brahman is Nityanandam, Nityananda Vastu, without any object. Sahajananda Sahajavastha. Yada cha ayam na bibheti, yada cha asman na bibhyati, yada nechati na dveshti, brahma sampadhyate tada. When yada cha ayam na bibheti, yada cha asman na bibhyati. The very Bhagavan Krishna also said, asman no dvijate loka, lokan no dvijate chaya. 12th chapter we saw. One who is not disturbed or agitated by the world, and one by whom the world is not agitated. So when a man fears nothing, and when he is feared by none, यदा च अयम न बिभेति यदा च अस्मात् न बिभ्यति यदा न इच्छति न द्वेष्टि, when there is no desire and no hatred, raga dveshas are given up, brahma sampadjate tada, then he attains supreme brahman. So iti avekshya mahaprajñah kamanam falgutam nrupa samadhaya manobuddhya prityagrhanat jaram sutat. The wise great king, the Yayati, seeing this clearly and having satisfied that one desires are never satiated. Iti avekshya mahaprajña kamanam falgutam nrupa. That king, having understood that by satisfying the desires will never end, he dropped all the desires and returned his youth, that youthfulness what he got from his son back to the sun, and took back his old form and did penance and attained Brahman. So Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. So see that. See the pain in every object what I procure. There is inherent pain, a gift, 1 + 1 free. What is free is pain. Whether like it or not, this is a statement. This is a correct, this is a fact. Whatever we get, whatever we attach it to, the very object comes to me with a packet of gift. Gift is what? Sorrow, dukkham. Thinking that this object will give me happiness, I embrace that object today. Same object will give me pain. Pleasure goes in time, therefore dukkham. Our life is full of dukkham, sorrows, pain, physical, mental, and intellectual. And things don't happen according to our wish, therefore dukkham. Even if they happen, they don't remain with me for longer time, therefore dukkham. So really, samsara. So janma dukkham, jara dukkham, jaya dukkham, samsara sagaram dukkham, tasmat jagrata, jagrata, jagrata. This awakening is required. So janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. So that is 12th value. So we saw so far 12 values out of 20. Now verse 10. It gives me couple of values. Asaktiranabhishwangaha putradara gruhadisho nityam cha samachittatvam ishtanishtopapatisho asaktiranabhishwangaha putradara gruhadisho nityam cha samachittatvam ishtanishtopapatishu. Two more values are given in this. Asaktihi, first one, and Anabhishwanga, second one, Putradar, that's it. And Nityam cha Samachittatvam, third, 15th value. Three values are given. One is Asaktihi. Asakti, attachment. Asakti, non-attachment. Asaktihi, first one. What is Asakti? Asakti means non-attachment. Asakti, attachment. Dirgha, Asakti. Now see, what is Asakti? अब जरा सोचिएगा. An idea, a notion in the mind that ये वस्तु मेरा है. ये वस्तु जो भी है वो मेरा है. ये भी मेरा है, वो भी मेरा है. This is mine, a notion, an idea in the mind. It's an idea that it is mine. Ownership. See, observe, attachment is a thought. This is my land. A thought. It can never be yours. You will leave the world. And somebody else come and claim, this is mine. You can use it. But nothing can be yours in strictest sense. Strictly speaking, strictest sense, nothing can be ours. Even if I want to get attached to, I cannot. Because the object itself in time diminishes, changes. So the object cannot remain with me. Puja Gurudev says, it is like holding on to a form, chiseled, shaped by the ice, an ice doll, made up of ice. Peak summer, so ice doll is there. Oh, you love that ice panda made up of ice, dog, puppy made up of ice. So you hug that ice, Gurudev says. So in the very embrace, the object is diminishing. It is constantly melting. So even if I want to get attached to, I cannot, because attachment is not physical, Attachment is only mental. So physically, I can never get attached to anything. Who attach to children? They go. They are born with their own agenda of life. They their own prarabdha, their own destiny. How they treat the parents, we don't know. So attachment to an idea, attachment to a notion, attachment to a vastu, attachment to an experience, attachment to a concept, किसी भी प्रकार की आसक्ति जो है वो हमें बंधन में डाल देती है. It gives me pain. So Vedanta says, I am like space, akashavat nirliptaha. I am untainted. The clouds float in space, but they cannot taint the space, smear the space. Space is untouched. In the space, clouds are there, but space is untouched. Space holds everything, but space is remaining always uncontaminated, untainted by any object that it supports. So the Atman is like that. I am that Akashavat Sarvavyapakam. So, how we should live life? Live like a security guard of a bank. The security guard feels, yes, I am guarding the whole money. He is doing his duty, but he doesn't claim all that money to be his. So use the objects of the world outside, but don't claim them to be ours. You should not. इसीलिए मैं ये बार बार आपको याद दिलाया इन्हीं गीता लेक्चर्स के दौरान. कई बार मैं बता चुका हूं, मुझे याद है कि स्वामी अखंडानंद जी महाराज बार बार कहते थे कि जो आसक्ति है वो जा भी सकती है, क्योंकि आसक्ति है तो जा सकती है, कभी भी जा सकती है. सो असक्ति ही. Hence, seeker is not bogged down by this idea, that notion, this notion. Attachment, we cannot, it is like our feet, when I want to walk, our feet got stuck up to the ground. कभी कभी when they are laying in the tar road, tar road, जूता पहन के भी कभी कभी चलने में तार चिपक जाता है, तो with the जूता पहना आपने, फिर that it gets stick to the tar, it is sometimes difficult to lift the leg so it's freely. इसलिए वो कहते हैं अभी सूखा नहीं भाई, चलो मत इसके ऊपर, चिपक जाता है. The tar that they put on the roads. And without chappal, if you step on, your feet will be burnt. Very hot it is. So attachment is a friction. Greater the attachment, greater is my stagnation. So for asakti. Anabhishvangaha. Anabhishvanga. Now, abhishvanga, anabhishvanga. Abhishvanga means extreme fondness. Extreme fondness born of self-identity with the form or in the form of I myself am this. मैं यही हूं. एक्सट्रीम आइडेंटिफिकेशन. अविश्वंग. जैसे मूवी में आप चले जाते हो, If you identify in the movie with the hero, and whatever the hero does in the movie, we also do. Anukaran. Unconsciously, we do it. When he is laughing, I laugh. When he is smiling, I smile. When he is angry, I get angry. When I identify myself with the character, it's a fictitious entity on the screen. There's no real character there actually. But I get attached to it. सो मैं यही इसी रूप में हूं, ये मेरा ही है, मैं इसी आई माई सेल्फ आई एम इन दिस वन, मैं इसमें हूं, इसमें हूं, इसमें हूं, ये मेरा है. तो आई एम हैप्पी और सॉरोफुल व्हेन समवन इज हैप्पी और सॉरोफुल टू सच एन एक्सटेंट दैट आई कैनॉट गिव अप दैट. Empathy is different. Atmaupamyena sarvatra, Krishna spoke about Bhagavan ji in 6th chapter. Sameness of that is different. I altogether height of perception. Here, due to Abhishwanga, ego identifies with the personality of others' personality. Value is given to the name and the form of the individuals or even objects. Possessing is a type of a form of possessing the object, possessing the person. It could be anything. It could be as small as a lota. People are possessed, highly possessive about the lota, insentient object. मेरा दादाजी का है, ये है, वो है. Possessiveness, possessing the wife, husband, children. Terrible pain it causes. So कहते तुम सुखी हो तो मैं सुखी हूं, तुम दुखी हो तो मैं दुखी हूं. That kind of a complete identification, extreme attachment is called abhishvanga. Due to identification. Here, anabhishvanga means what? Krishna says, non-attachment with whom? Putra dara gruhadishu. Adishu. Putra, son. Dara, wife, spouse. Gruha adi, house. Adi, rest. Extreme fondness. Possessing the other person. Terrible pain it creates. So one other day means some time back, one lady was telling me, she must be around 50-year-old or 52. Swamiji, I don't have any worry. सब कुछ भगवान ने दिया है. But I am constantly worried. Of what? That my parents एक दिन मुझे छोड़ के जाएंगे. I can't accept it. That fear that my parents go away. My parents die one day. They're already old. They're above 80 years. 80. They may leave at any time. I said, that is a fact of life. You must be prepared for it. No, मैं जानती हूं. Yet, I'm unable to come out of that attitude of possessing them. I don't want them to go. This is called abhishvanga. So, putradara gruhadishu, the son, wife, home, घर के साथ हमारा इतना अभिषंग हो जाता है. Gurudev says, a scratch on the wall is scratch on the heart directly. So, abhishvanga is not good. Sangha itself is dangerous. Abhishvanga is extreme fondness, likeness, liking. This is a great value which we have to cultivate. The 14th value is anabhishvanga putradara gruhadishu. 15th one, the last one in this verse, 10th verse. That is 15th one, 15th value. The third value of the 10th verse. In total sequence, 15th value. Nityam cha samachittatvam ishta anishta upapattishu. See, in our life, certain times we get our desired results. Certain times we don't get, our results are not expected to our own idea. I mean, results are not according to our expectations. So, desirables and undesirables. Desirable result, undesirable result. Or during journey, desirables and undesirables. They both happen to us. Something pleasant things may happen, sometimes unpleasant things happen in our journey of life. So, ishta upapattishu, upapatti, anishta upapatti. Gaining something or encountering something pleasurable, welcome, welcomeable, rejectable, undesirables, both we meet. But Bhagavan says, Samachittattvam, maintain equanimity. That is very important. Evenness of mind, even mindedness. Even mindedness, Samachittattvam, chitta, buddhi, lesser mind. Balance. So, in journey, desirables, undesirables will be there, a part of that journey. Destiny is more important. So I ignore certain desirables, certain undesirables during journey. I am not attached to desirables. I am not attached, worried about undesirables. I accept them. ठीक है, एक दिन की बात है, एक घंटे की बात है, या 5-6 घंटे की बात है. Some people, change the seats during journeys. It's a matter of only a 1 hour flight or even not a long journey also. Even then they become fussy about it. You go there, you go there, you go there. And ultimately वो बोलेगा मेरे को वहां से मेरा नंबर 15 था, 25 पे बिठाया गया मुझे. कौन? वो आदमी. तो वो बोलता है वो 15 मेरा मेरा 15 नहीं है, एक्चुअली ये 15 इसका था, वो मेरा था. सो मच ऑफ कंफ्यूजन्स. We I come across certain things, such things in journeys. पर 4-5 घंटे की बात है, बैठ जाओ. इट्स नॉट दैट नेसेसरी दैट यू नीड एन असिस्टेंस और सम सपोर्ट. इन 1 hour जर्नी फ्लाइट में भी बहुत लफड़ा. हाँ, suppose somebody child is there, somebody is there, some support required or something, that's okay. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Pleasurable, unpleasurable. I mean, desirable, undesirable. Conducive, unconducive. Things happen. So we are ready to forego certain things during the journey. Because we know our life itself is a journey. Sometimes desired things happen, sometimes undesired things happens. A wise man is not bothered about these things. He drops them. Reaching destination is important. Little adjustments in life are to be made. Little sacrifices are a must to live in peace. So, we should focus only on the destination. The journey is sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. In flight journey also sometimes pleasant, sometimes high turbulence. It's okay. What can we do? So, with this attitude, we should live. Nityam cha samachittatvam, always balanced. Do not tilt, running away from undesirables, running towards desirables. Peaceful, calm. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Face. It is not easy to practice, but we must aim at this practice. So 15 values we have seen so far out of 20 values. These 20 values set are called Jnanam. We already saw what is Kshetrajna indicated. That is the nowhere in all fields. What is the kshetra? Mahabhutani, Ahankaro, all those things. Panchamahabhuta, Sahankara, Manah, Buddhi, Indriya, the Dashendriyas, all those things are field. Icha, Dvesha, Muttena, all those, the Icha, Dvesha, all those things are the effects of the field. Visa Kshetra. Kshetrajna was indicated. Kshetra was told. Then Bhagavan Krishna started speaking Jnanam. So Jnanam, 20 values, out of which 15 we have seen so far up to 10th verse. So 5 more values are there. So that we will see in 2 more verses. Yes, verse number 11 and 12 contain 5 more values. With that, 20 values are taught. These are very essential inner adjustments, inner values for a spiritual seeker. A committed spiritual seeker must attempt to practice them, absorb these values in oneself. If we are really committed to the path of service, path of spirituality, path of progress. Next, we see more in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki. Thank you all. Hari Om.